here connecting with you because I've been triggered to share something with you that I am incredibly passionate about. Back in the day, I used to have no issue giving out my opinion or my perspective, and pretty much being a loudmouth. Like, it was just something, it was in my nature. And then I sort of learned over the years to, that it was actually more helpful to listen to people and to hear them out, and that we have two ears and one mouth for a very good reason. And so I practice more listening and being open to other people's ideas and opinions and so on and so forth, and to react less, to care less as well about my opinion or my perspective, because it doesn't matter. As my dad taught me, and excuse the Aussie kind of bluntness here or crudeness, my dad said opinions are like a-holes. Everyone has one. So it's absolutely true. Dad was 100% right. Everybody has an opinion, and whether we think it's right or wrong is fine. It really doesn't matter. It's quite arbitrary, like depending on what perspective you're coming from, what angle, what science you're drawing upon. You can pretty much get enough evidence or followers or supporters to prove or support any opinion, any perspective. So having said that, what I want to share with you today is my opinion on something that I feel very strongly about, and that is the D word, diets. I am and have been for such a long time a huge advocate for not dieting. I despise diets. I absolutely hate diets. And hand on heart can tell you with every cell in my being, and after, so I have been practicing now professionally for 13 years and studying nutrition for 20 years. No, sorry, gosh, it's almost coming on to 23 years. I can tell you hand on heart, with every cell and fibre of my being, that diets do not work. They are futile, they're a waste of life, they're a waste of energy, and they can be more damaging than anything else, depending on how you use them. Of course, there are some people who take fantastic aspects or elements of a diet, then they integrate it into their life, they maintain it, and they're much better for doing that. But for others who are still trying to find that diet, that program, that plan to follow, or looking for the next 8-week plan, the next 12-week plan, the next 6-week plan, the next, miracle cure, that is extremely damaging and leads to nothing but frustration and fatigue and pretty much spinning your wheels and getting absolutely nowhere. So I am the biggest advocate of finding a lifestyle, of finding a way and a method that works for you forever, for life, because one thing I do know is that life is short and life is fleeting, and we're here to be ourselves and have a good time. We're not here to suffer. We're not here to endure. We're not here to just go through the motions day in, day out. And of all the ladies and men that come to me, diets absolutely make life that kind of experience where it's just, follow this set procedure, walk the tightrope, stick to it as best you can, be happy as long as we're doing this and getting results. And then when it's over or done, or you've had enough, or you fall off, everything's fallen in a heap again. And that cycle just continues and continues and continues. Meanwhile, the rest of our life gets neglected. The rest of the opportunities to be having fun and enjoying our life are also wasted, or they're missed out on, essentially. So, what I want to share with you today is that diets are absolutely futile. Not only do they upset your metabolism and your mind, your headspace, your brain, your hormones, everything going on inside your body, they also very, very, from a confidence perspective, I see they do more harm than good. Much, much, much more harm than good. So what I want to really leave you with today is if you're still looking for the perfect diet, I want to share with you as strongly and as powerfully as I can that it doesn't exist. It is not out there. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution that exists ever. As I shared in a post just this week on social media, there's Freely the Banana Girl, there's Paleo Pete, there's Sugar-Free Sarah. All these people have as much science and supporters and evidence to show that their way is the right way. And I'm not arguing with them. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying I'm right. All I'm saying is that we're all different, and what works for you is different to what will work for me. And what works for Bob will be different to what works for Jane. And what works for Maria will be different to what works for Bill. We're all different, and what you can trust and what you can start to connect with to find your way and what works for you is your body. Your body will tell you. And a few simple ways to start connecting with your body to work out what is right for your body. I'm going to give you 3 simple ways you can start to do that. So number 1, you need to drink enough water. If you're not drinking enough water, then everything in your body is going to be sluggish and slow and stagnated. We need to be drinking enough water as a very first step. If my clients aren't drinking enough water, there's no point me really talking to them any further, because everything, their body cannot process nutrients and distribute them effectively. It cannot get rid of toxins and clear them out effectively. Water is the very first place I start. Water, 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 water. Work on taking in, not overnight, but over time, 3 litres a day is a really, really general guideline. Everyone's different, but over all the years that I've been practicing with people, I've seen that seems to be the magic number, that when people are getting in that much water, things start to flow for them. The second thing is just start to clean it up a little. So use your intuition, your wisdom. Ask yourself, where could I start with cleaning up my intake just a little bit? Could I commit to not buying packaged foods that have more than 4 or 5 ingredients? Could I, there might be one particular thing that is just your downfall. Find a healthier alternative to that one thing. Just start small and consistent. When you're small and consistent and you build on that, that is where things really start to shift. You build momentum and you start to get the results. So you just small and consistent is what I recommend. Water, and then find one place that you can actually start. And the third place I can recommend is bringing in more fresh, whole foods. So more fresh fruit and vegetables, whole fresh fruit and vegetables, not processed, not pre-packaged, not pre-prepared. Fresh whole fruit and vegetables, stuff that you actually have to probably do something with. Well, fruit you don't. You can just eat an apple. You can eat a banana. You can eat an orange. It's easy. Get in 2 serves of fruit a day. I highly recommend it. No matter who you are or what your hormones or whatever else are doing, fruit is good for you. It's good for your bowels. It's good for your cholesterol levels. It's good for your weight. It's good for your skin. It's good for so many things. Fruit is not the enemy, and at an intake of 2 serves a day does nobody any harm. So, of course, I really do, if you're looking to lose weight or control blood sugar levels better, I do advise going for the lower glycemic index or less sugary, if you like, fruits such as apples and berries. Great place to start, but there's also pears and kiwi fruits and things like that. But listen to your body. What does your body feel great eating? Not just as you're eating it, but later. It's a really, really good way to work out what suits your body. So that's the third tip. And think vegetables too. Maybe you could just add a serve of greens to your evening meal every single day. It doesn't have to be the same every day, but why not? I'm a creature of habit. I'm a creature of beautiful habit. When I find something I love and that's beautiful, I do it day in, day out until I'm sick of it, and then I find another beautiful habit. So it might be broccoli, it might be celery, it might be spinach, it might be zucchini. I love wombok cabbage at the moment. Yum! You can have it raw, you can toss it around in a bit of oil. And don't be afraid to add some good old-fashioned Himalayan sea salt and good old-fashioned fats, like some olive oil or ghee that I drain the fat off my lamb roast and I save it. I know I use that to add flavour into my cooking. we have been a little bit misled about fats, and it is an area I do love to re-educate my clients in. But essentially, we're all different. So I can say to you, I can't say to you actually that this is the best fat or oil to use. Your body will tell you what's the best fat or oil for you to use. Everyone raves on about coconut oil. Personally, I love coconut oil, but my body just doesn't tolerate it, so I can't go there. Loves the lamb fat, can tolerate the lamb fat. And olive oil, very fussy on the type of olive oil it likes. Apparently we only like organic extra virgin olive oil that's from Spain or Italy. We don't like Australian olive oil, and if it's not organic, it doesn't like it. So that's what my body's guided me to. Your body will be completely different. You may do well on butter, coconut oil, avocado, whatever your body guides you to. Go there, test it, and then listen for the feedback and adjust. And that is your very best formula ever to find what works for you. So I'm leaving you with those 3 tips today. Diets are futile. They don't work. I'm willing to bet my life on it. If anyone wants to tell me I found the most amazing nutritional cleanse or body transformation, I want to speak to you in 5 years. I want to speak to you in 10 years. I want to speak to you in 20 years. I want to know if you're still doing that, because I really have not, hand on heart, seen anyone who's followed a diet or a program for their entire life. Even vegetarians or vegans, I've seen changes and evolutions in those. Freely the Banana Girl started, I think, as a strict fruitarian, is now evolved to a, eats cooked vegetables and some grains as well, vegan. So if we do change, it's the nature of life. The only constant in life is change. So we need to embrace that. If we want to be rigid and strict about it, we're setting ourselves up for failure. And a lot of people, if they can't do that plan or program, then they just go back to what they know, rather than taking the aspects of it that worked for them and then creating their own method. That's always your best way. And what I teach my clients is go with what resonates for you, test it, feel it out, look for the feedback, and then adjust and keep going from there and keep building. Nothing is ever overnight. It is a progress, or it is a process, I mean. And just like in nature, you can't stand over a plant and insist that it grows. It will do it in its own time and space, and that's what we need to allow for our own bodies too, is to do it naturally and to evolve. So there you go. Water. Clean it up just a little. Choose one habit that you can change and keep it consistent and build on that. And 3, add more fresh whole foods. That's as easy and as complicated as it needs to be right now. If you would like more guidance and specific one-on-one advice, because nothing beats that from an expert, which is hello me, I would love to speak to you. It's my passion. I have clients who are vegans. I have clients who are really old school with their cooking, like, Jamie Oliver style, and they're embracing the fats and carbs without fear. I also have clients who are more paleo orientated. It doesn't matter. My expertise is helping you to get connected with and in touch with what works for your body and your metabolic profile, because I truly believe, and after all the years of seeing clients, that we all have a different way that our body prefers to fuel. And that does change, and that's okay, because once you're connected and calibrated to your body, you're able to know that and respond to it without any stress or worry, and to keep aligned with what works for your body forever. So I hope that's helped. Lots of love, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.